Wednesday morning, hump day. What is it, about 7 a.m. here in Brisbane? This is going to be a 30-minuter, 30 minutes of power to start your Wednesday with Cambo. I used to like to call myself the big man. I don't like calling myself that now. So no, just jump on. I've got a little bit of a drive for about 30 minutes, so jump on, have a chat. Probably get one or two people in the chat because I'm not a real popular, I'm a retired ex-YouTuber, as it says. But I've got some stuff going down. There'll be a couple of announcements and videos drop probably Saturday, if not Sunday. Hope it sounds good. I've gone a little bit, making an effort. I'm using the Rode Wireless, whatever it's called. Squizzy Taylor. Ben. Hey, Barry. Ben Flash Colin. I did hear that. My only comment on that was I didn't think Ben had much to flash with, if you know what I mean. I heard it might have been a Cheerio or a cocktail sausage. But yeah, did hear that. Word gets around the YouTube sides of the games. But nah, you distracted me. It's all good. I got 3 people in the chat. That's about 3 more than what that bloke in Sweden gets. But some channel announcements. It's all going to be back in full swing. I've been downloading, editing stuff. Yeah, Co-Summit, I remember. Okay, now, Barry Allen. I was wondering who you were. Now I know. Nice name. But yeah, I've been downloading my editing software. Oh, Sawadi Cup. There's a lot of pretty Thai and Filipino women that live around where I live. Just saying. If you like Filipino women, if you like Thai women, Redcliffe and the northern side of Brisbane, it's the side of the game you want to be on. But yeah, so I've all my vlogging gear's been fixed up. I've downloaded what do they call it? Firmware. Got all the firmware sorted out on the I don't even know what my camera is called. Insta360 Go 3 maybe. I've got it good. I've got the gimbal good. I've got Filmora backup, and there's a phone version of Filmora, so all systems go. Beans and Brews is going to be back up and popping out content. Like I said, big announcement, and a video will probably drop with that maybe Sunday, maybe Saturday. See how I feel. Like I said, I've got some trips planned for the year. I've booked Sydney, I've booked Vietnam, and I've booked surprise Thailand. Steven Spielberg, I'm not. I reckon that's the owl. The owl gets all funky with his shots and his walkaways and all the stuff he does. He likes to think he's a bit creative. He just puts the camera there and walks up, the old owl. I think that's who. I get a bit confused now because he's not the potato owl, he's just the owl. And when I think of owl, I think of the old hag, Iowa. She's a bit of an owl. Not that I'm gonna touch drama, but you gotta call it out. You see it in the YouTube sides of the game. But no, it's all systems go. Out of retirement, we'll see how it goes. It may not be for long. Life might get in the way, but we'll have a crack and we'll put some content out, and we'll be back as one of the genre's elite. The elite side of the game, not the duds, not the StreamYards, the lazy StreamYardies, and the clippers, so to speak. Sorry, just sucking on my sugar-free Red Bull. Gives me wings. But yeah, it is an absolutely cracking day here. I'd love to turn it on and show you, but last time I touched my phone when I was streaming, there's a bloke in Sweden that got a little bit upset by it, so I won't touch my phone. Just won't touch it. So Barry Allen says the owl is harmless. He's just doing what he does. Everyone has it. Yeah, look, I just think he's a bit of a glass half empty guy. I think it's a bit quirky. I like the old, Sawadee Cup, Sabadi Mai, hope you're well. I reckon that's not too bad. It's a bit catchy. I got no beef with Dal. I watched some of his content, some I liked, some I didn't. But I've got to say, the OG is Mr. Carter. Beep beep, beep beep. How good is he? I'd love to meet him one day. Just go mooching around New Plaza with Jeffrey Carter. Yep, Changdi. I actually watched, because I just have YouTube on my telly all the time, and I dozed off in front of the TV. I woke up and it was his video from Suvarnabhumi to Manchester last year, and it was really cool when he's getting on a plane to go back to England. He's like all these people that have watched him, they're going beep beep, beep beep. Nah, Carter's good. I'm a bit sus on Carter and Jojo, but g'day Balding. Jojo might have something going on. There's a bit of, what would you call it? Not friction, bit of electricity there between Carter and Jojo. Just an observation. But I hope everyone's well. We've had 4 days of absolutely shite weather here in Brisbane. It's like 7 o'clock, it's 23 degrees, sun's out. Seen the sun come up on my walk this morning, 6.5 k's, got out there about 4. By the time I get back to the car, it's about 10 to 6, sun's coming up. And I like it, the last 45 minutes of my walk, it's a little bit more stimulating. There's a few more, I do have a name for it, I'm not going to put it on YouTube because you'll think I'm a grub, but all the pretty ladies come out to walk about 5 o'clock. So I do walk a bit faster once the sun's out. Balding's saying that he said that they're strictly friends. Yeah, that's alright. They're allowed to be. Love Carter. Good man, Balding. I remember we had that beer in the corner bar. We had a couple, didn't we? Good fun. So no, it's pretty good time of the year. Now the shit weather's pissed off. It was horrible. Windy, like it wasn't overly cold, like probably 20, 21 degrees, which isn't cold, it's just miserable. You're going back in 3 weeks, yeah, nice. Yeah, all you blokes, I'm just trying to put a little bit of intrigue and drama into the great man, the OG. Bit of colour, but it's all good, all good. My morning Red Bull. I do like the Western Red Bull. The Thai stuff is a little bit too syrupy. You have a Jaeger bomb with that stuff, holy dooly. Oh Jaegers. Yeah, that Thai Red Bull, it's super strong too. Yeah, it is like cough syrup. But there's sometimes when you do need it, you do need to give it a run. I'll have to flick your message online. Are you still online, Balding? I'll flick your message, mate. But honey infused M150, I might have to give that a run. I've always been too scared to try any of the other ones. I think they got Shark, they got all them. I've always been a bit cautious. Because you go into a 7-Eleven, no two 7-Eleven fridges, drink fridges are the same. There's so much shit there, you just don't know what it is. You've got like all the different teas. I've only really, outside of of the soft drinks and a couple of the iced coffees. And the plain Red Bull, that's about it, eh? Like, I haven't really... It's a bit daunting, though. Drink, oh, and the beer. Don't forget the beer. G'day, Sonia. How are you, lovely? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, you got to get in the beer fridge side of the game. But yeah, it's always a little bit weird. The amount of... It's like that you pay, like, no matter with the crisp or the chips, depending on where you're from, you go into a 7-Eleven, they're always different. You don't know what you're going to get. I've got to say, I'm going to be very controversial here. The most overrated thing in 7-Eleven in Thailand, ham and cheese toasties. The amount of people, g'day dentures, doing God's work as usual, sir. The amount of people that rave about 7-Eleven ham and cheese toasties, they're just not, I don't know. I did like them the first couple of trips. They're just not that good. The bread's sweet. I don't know. There you go. 7-Eleven ham and cheese toasties. Owen's in the chat, doing God's work. The king of moderators. Yeah, I just think they're overrated. I think there's heaps better stuff in 7-Eleven. There's heaps better stuff that you get all of it. Like, you know, and I'm a bit of an Aussie bogan. I've never shied away from that. But you get the Aussies that, oh yeah, fuck, I'm gonna go get me 7-Eleven toasty. Yeah, you know, like, they're just not that good. I'd rather a bit of pad krapao on the street, a bit of fried chicken, mu ping. That's exactly right, Balding. The Thais actually, Balding saying they don't cook toast on it. They don't. Even when you go in, if you get toast, they never really cook toast properly. When you have the buffets, like one of the places I used to stay at in, I'm never much of a breakfast person. I'm never awake. But when my family were there, we were staying at Mata in Patong and had breakfast. And you know, my brother was a bit of an older bloke, so we'd have. And my niece was pregnant, so we'd have breakfast and you'd go downstairs and they have the conveyor belt toasters and you'd have to put it in 2 cycles just to get it a little bit, you know, just to be otherwise it was just bloody warmed up, you know. Bit of traffic side the game here. I'd extend the stream out a little bit. Man, hey, there's a question for you in the chat. What else in Thailand do people rave about that's overrated? I'll throw enough one. I'm going to be controversial again. Leo. I think Leo beer's crap. Don't like it. Don't like Leo. Don't like Sing. I can have Sing if I have to, but give me a Chang. You reckon Chang's overrated, Balding? Jeez. No, I'm a big fan of Chang. I know whenever I go, I try to, like, you know, I remember when I was there a couple of years ago, I was fresh out of a health kick, and I tried just to drink the, what is it, the Filipino beer? The one that's like, oh man, that name's totally, San Miguel Light, that's the one. I think it's like a low carb beer, it's like 90 calories. I just couldn't drink it. 1 or 2 of them, it was like, yuck. Chang just goes down so well. Here we go. The big Fraggles in the chat. Pineapple Head, aka BT, the Fraggle, the Melt. You have no taste if you think Leo's crap. Oh, Red Horse, I've heard about Red Horse, Barry. But no, that San Miguel Light, it's all right, but you just can't. Like, but no, good to see you. How's Leicester going, mate? You see United, Manchester United, I think they're running 4th in the Premier League, and I think Leicester might even get relegated from the Championship. How's that going, Frag? One of the OGs of my chat, right there, Pineapple Head, one of the good guys. Yeah, it is popular, but I'm not a fan. hate it when you go, like, I find, especially in, I liked it back in the day, with the Chang, I reckon probably the first, 5 or 6 trips, Changs never used to have, like, they didn't have, you know how, I don't know what you call it, the shoulder sticker? If they didn't have that, it could be up, they tell me it could be up to 8%. He's calling me a melt, he's fired up, BT. But yeah, it could be, they had real issues regularly. I've heard some interesting stories, but they, Chang stole the Heineken recipe, because they used to have the, they used to have the Thai rights for Heineken, and they stole it. They stole the recipe, and were using it. Pretty funny. That's the kind of thing that only happened in Thailand. But yeah, what else? Let's throw some shit. Let's have some Thai talk, not some drama. What are some other things that people rave about that are overrated in Thailand? Hang on, I'm gonna throw one. Pad Thai. Pad fucking Thai. Now, I'm sorry. That's crap. There you go, I said it. I was actually, when was it? About 5 weeks ago. I was on a date with a local lady, and we went to a Thai restaurant. Lunch date we had. And she's not Thai, but she's Southeast Asian. She's not Thai, but we went for lunch, and we both, I wasn't, just trying. We both kind of had pad Thai, and I'm sorry, it was shit. Just sorry, like, probably being harsh and being a bit controversial, but give me a pad krapao, give me a cow soy, give me I want a bit of spice. If I'm eating Thai food, I want a bit of spice, a bit of heat, ped muck, as they say. That's what I'm after. A nice pad krapao with about 6-7 chilies, the kai dao, the soft runny egg. That's what I want. Not it's tangy pad thai, but yeah, not for me. You want to have a bit of spice, or that balance, a better balance. Like, that's why I like cow soy. Cow soy is a beautiful noodle dish, or a bit of pad ki mao, aka drunken noodles. Look at me, I'm ripping into sounding like I'm a Thai expert. Really not. I'm just a punter that goes there once or twice a year. Okay, so the list we've got of my most overrated things. We've gone ham and cheese toasties from 7-Eleven. We've gone Leo beer. Pad Thai. What else? Throw some stuff at me. What else is overrated? Frosty, g'day mate. Big ups to Frosty. We've got some good people in the chat. We've got Sonia, Dentures, we've got the great Pineapple Head BT. Oh, listen, I'm bringing them back. You build it and they will come. See how I've had beers? I'm like, I've only had a Red Bull. Had a Red Bull about to start my day, and I'm like pumped. Yep, drunken noodles are good. Absolutely. Pad ki mao. I'll tell you a story. I was in Game On in Bangkok, and I asked for it ped muck, and they brought it down. They didn't just put chili in it, they put peppercorns in it, and it was really nice. The chef come down, she goes to me, she goes, oh, if it's too spicy, we'll make you another one. They were really worried about me, and I fucking loved it. It was hot, but it was so good. They see you're a white boy and they think you can't handle spice. Boat noodle. I just get a bit scared with boat noodles because I'm not a fan of offal and blood. I'll rephrase that. Congealed blood I'm not a fan of. Some offal I can do. Which is funny because the congealed blood actually tastes good. It's just you can't get past the fact of what it is. That's my biggest problem. But And it's funny, like with spice, the more you eat, the more immune your mouth gets and gets used. I still remember probably my second night in Thailand ever, back in 2011. I went to my go-to back then, Penang Gai, so chicken curry. Asked for it spicy, and I got what I delivered. I got what I asked for. I think I had 4 changs while I was eating it. So by the end of it, not only was my mouth burning, I was mao. I was half drunk. But you know, over time, it's funny that the restaurant that I go to, the sports bar on Soy Sansabai, they've only got a little kitchen. And one of the owners, they're 2 Aussie blokes, 2 of the 3 owners, and he always gets the shits with me because when I order pad krapao and he walks in the kitchen, he reckons he can't breathe because they I think they put about 6 or 7 chilies in my pad krapao. And if you've ever cooked chili and garlic over a wok, it's kind of not something you should do indoor unless you've got like a exhaust, because it does burn the back of your throat. I made that mistake. I've got a little bit of an outdoor kitchen set up now for the wok when I do it, but I did it indoors once or twice and wasn't fun. Let's say, wasn't fun at all. So yeah, it's this has been good. Oh, it is. That's hot. Absolutely, it's hot. Look at this one. Where's that bloke Simon Beach? I remember him. He used to tell me I could never run a panel by myself. I wouldn't always rely on other people. And Man About Oz used to say it to me back in the day. Look at me killing it. 20 minutes. I'll probably got about another 10 minutes, and then we'll So just a quick one. How is the sound? Is the sound good? I'm using the little plug-in. I think they're called a wireless micro or something. They're the little versions, and it's really good. It's like in a little, like same box, similar sort of boxes you get your AirPods. Audio's nice. Sorry about the indicator there. It happens when you're driving. The old Chinese car's a bit noisy. But yeah, look, I'm outside of the controversy over Thai food and things there's nothing real controversial. There's no drama in this stream, so I'll be leaving it up. I'm being a good boy. I'm on my best behaviour nowadays. I've matured and mellowed, so to speak. So I'll definitely be leaving it up for everyone to have a bit of a look at later on. So yeah, I reckon keep an eye out if you haven't. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you subbed up. If you haven't, do the like. What is it? What does Al say? Hit the like because it helps the channel. But yeah, sub up because on the weekend there's going to be there'll be a couple, maybe a video, a short, and an announcement on what direction the channel is going to be taking. Yeah, Sonia is family friendly, just like 365. Massive shout out to the beach, family friendly. No alts, no clones. Let's talk about. We'll go there for a minute. Let's talk about the elite of this genre. You've got 365, Capio, and Stu. That's the duds hate that, and that's the only mention they're going to get. The duds, they hate it because that's the elite. The elite, and I'd like to think that we're the moral compass of the genre. Hang on, I've got to slow down here. The Cambo ribbon, I like that. You're on fire, Barry. The Cambo ribbon. That's it. Smash the thumbs up. It's free. Big ups. I should do that, but big ups to 65,000 in the chat. Minus about 65. But no, it's good. But I'm just gonna jump on. I would love to have the camera on. You could see me, see where I'm going, but can't do that. And like I said last time, when I had the camera on, it was, I had a little narc in Sweden that was talking about touching the phone and all that shit, so unfortunately can't do that, guys. What I might do, give me a second, if I get a light. Hang on. There's a quick hello. How it is. Got to work out how to get rid of it. There we go. Boom. There you go. He's got a quick hello. How shit's the beard? The beard's got a bit of grey in it. That'll be gone tomorrow night. Don't worry about that. Get rid of them greys. They call it Peter Pan syndrome. 49 turning 30. That's me. But no, like, I'm just going to have some fun. Going to talk about, we might... I'm actually surprised. We've got that big Fraggle here from England, BT, and he hasn't mentioned how shite the Australian 2020 team are in the cricket. They're not even going to make the Super 8s. So he had his opportunity, but he could have, and I went at him about Leicester. He could have come back, but he's getting a bit slow, the old BT, in his old age. The Aussie. Well, that's true, but I just forgot about that. He is actually an Aussie BT. So, but no, it's good. I've probably got about 5 or 6 minutes before I wrap this up, good people. Because I'm almost at my destination. It is beautiful, Sonia. It's a lot better. This is probably our best good day since about last Wednesday. The weather turned shitty last Thursday. So yeah, it's come good. Because up until that, we had a pretty warm summer. It'd been about, most days been in 30. We had a few storms, which is kind of the thing. The hotter the day, then you get a bit of a storm in the afternoon. But yeah, we had a little bit of a shitty little bit of a cold, not cold, but cooler. And we won't rain and wind. I'll need to find a balcony or a kitchen to stream from. Rumour has it it's better streaming in a car. Well, I have heard that, but the thing is I've got a channel, an active channel, and those people don't, for one reason or another. So we'll just throw that one out. And I'm streaming sober. Bit of a low, like, I'm not going to give Colin shit, but a bit of a low blow. Ben's an interesting guy to get a read on. I don't dislike Ben. I don't like Ben's channel. I used to watch it a lot, and I just think he outgrows some channels, but he's very much an enigma with some of the stuff that he does. Yeah, car streams are alright. You just can't touch the screen because, the little clown in Sweden gets a little bit upset about it. He gets triggered. Does 10 videos about me. The little rat. But yeah, no names. There used to be a column in the papers, guess who don't sue. Maybe I should guess who. But no, it's good. Just slowly, like we'll see what happens in the winter. Especially like the best thing now is I've got a pretty regular, work kind of thing going on, so I get the same days off, nice routine. Not like and I guess my big dark secret is out that for about 3 years I drove Uber. There you go. Clip that. If you're the old hag, Al in Iowa, clip that. Cambo used to be an Uber driver. Clip it. But yeah, like you'd work, weekends, nights, and there was no, where it is now. I work set days. I've got a bit more time, so you could see some watch-along streams during the football season, and it works so good, especially while the EPL's on. You can go the rugby league straight into the 12 o'clock match of a day on a Saturday in the Premier League. So it could be something we could do. Run some panels and have a bit of a chat. Definitely on the right. Nothing's off the table at the moment. get back to doing, a bit of Thailand, talking about Thailand and not talking about, other people that don't even go there. I think that will be the master plan, and as I get closer to my trips, we can talk about that. Just had a mate that I've gone to school with, and he's been on the channel. One of the boys is Papa Jib. How are you, sir? My Uber driver brethren, or I'm ex-Uber driver now. But yeah, one of them's in the process, one's just moved. They've moved to Da Nang. No, I was Uber Comfort, mate, because I had a big, nice, comfy Chinese car. Yeah, so the boys have just moved out. They're my age. They just moved, or in the process of moving to Da Nang. So it'd be like, I think when I go to Vietnam, we're looking at probably October, November. Go visit them and go back to Hoi An and Nha Trang. Don't know about Hanoi. Hanoi, I don't know if I want to go back there. Didn't enjoy it. It was a bit shitty, but Da Nang I didn't really see much of, so we'll be going there, seeing the boys. Zoo to Travel, I'll give their channel a shout out. If you like Vietnam, great content. But yeah, we'll be going there, so there'll be some Vietnamese content, if I can talk. Mate, you guys are going to question me, you're going to think I've had a few, but I haven't, because it's too early. I've actually, here's a revelation, I've had, since Christmas, I've had one beer on Australia Day. That was it. Because I can do that, I can go vet it. We don't call ourselves Uber drivers, we call ourselves transporters. In Australia, we used to call ourselves slaves. There's a class action going on. You're off to America for the World Cup. You'd be supporting the Socceroos, wouldn't you? Aussie BT. At least you'll be able to have a drink in the World Cup. When's the next? The next one's the one where you're not going to be able to drink, isn't it? Qatar. Imagine that. Well, the National Rugby League at the moment, so they kick off their season in Vegas, which has been a raging success. This is year 3. So they have 3 games. They have a Super League game, and they have two NRL games open season. Well, they're talking about now expanding that to have a global round, going to Singapore and going to the Emirates, and I just think that, why would you, like, you're going to get a football game or Qatar, you want to get a whole heap of Australians to go to a football game where they can't even drink. Like, that's a little bit daft to me. It's like there's going to be, I think that Qatari World Cup, you're not going to be able to have a drink. Yeah, if you're a true Aussie, I've got the message that you sent me after the Ashes saying how stoked you were that Australia won 4-1, and that, you were glad that Broad retired because he was shite. I'll post your receipts. Official lie there. But, nah, it's been good. Anyway, good people, I'm going to wrap it up. Well, I promised you 30 minutes. I've given you 35. You got a bonus 5 minutes. Like I said, yeah, you're right, you melt. I'll leave this up. There's nothing real controversial, no drama. So keep an eye out on the channel on the weekend. I may do another live. There might be a sneaky one Friday. We'll just see how we go. But keep an eye out. There'll be a video coming out with the channel announcement. Starting to lose my voice. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one, eh?